Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here with another review of the Juncheng 3015. This little $20 quadcopter has got to be the fastest, most maneuverable micro quadcopter that I've ever seen. It's in expert mode. Even I have a problem trying to keep up with this thing. So it is a pretty cool quadcopter. I'm going to try to fly this a lot, actually. There is some issue that you got to be aware of. The battery in this thing, it can jiggle around, and if you got to shake it, and if you hear any jiggling of that battery, that can create an issue with the quadcopter in that the quadcopter will go in sometimes into uncommanded flip. So you want to push that battery in all the way, or possibly include, and I am going to include some tissue paper right under that lip there to hold the battery in better. But we're going to go for flight now. Let me see if I can accommodate it just by pushing it in all the way. And let's go for a flight. And I want to demonstrate how fast this thing is out here at Satellite Lake. And I'm going to need Satellite Lake here to demonstrate the speed of this thing. Okay, it's not shaking, so it's good. Okay, and I'm going to go to expert right away. And we're going to start off slow here. We're going to go down, and then I'm going to slowly increase the pitch to show you the speed of this thing. Let me go down in range here. Did you see that? And the maneuverability of this thing, oh boy. Let's do that again. Did you see how fast that turned and stopped? Okay, let's bring it down close again. And I got to be real careful with the sticks when I'm an expert, because that's how fast it turns. Let's bring it in and show you the yaw rate on this thing. This is the yaw rate on the 3015. The only other one I've seen that does that was the, what was this? It's a Nano. The Proto X turns like this, but I've never seen a micro turn like that before. Look at that thing. Let's try the other direction. Slower in right-hand turn. Going to left. Let's send it to space. Look how that thing rockets. It's out of sight. Whoa, bring it back down. So this is the highest performing $20 quadcopter I've ever seen. Okay, I'm going to be careful here. Funnels. For those of you who like funnels. Can you ever see funnels like that in a micro? Ever? I've never seen funnels like that. Bad little quadcopter. But again, be careful with that battery. If that battery jiggles in there, and it can start to jiggle from these maneuvers, I recommend putting a little piece of foam in there with the battery, maybe just to keep it from jiggling. I didn't do that, so we might see uncommanded flips here. Speaking of flips, come out of the sun, close my eyes. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's try some flips. Let's see if we can do flips while, see if I can do a roll flip. Let's get some momentum. No. It just, let's try that again. I'm afraid to do these flips with this thing, in case that battery jiggles, because I didn't put any foam in there to keep that battery in place. But again, it does flips very nicely. See, it holds its altitude. It's a very good flipper if you're into flips, because it holds its altitude. Again, I think this is a great bargain. There are quality control issues, namely that battery jiggling. But again, it's a $20 quadcopter. Whoa, look at that thing accelerate. Actually, you know, the legendary V252 from WL Toys, this is a lot cooler than that one. I think this makes a V252 quiver, and there goes one of those uncommanded flips that I told you about. That battery's loose, so let me bring it in so I don't do any more of those. Real quick, I want to tighten up that battery, and there goes one of my little pasty Which one's the sticky side? That's the sticky side. Shock absorbers. Yeah, that battery's loose. See what I mean? I'm going to push it in a little further. I'm going to use a key to just get it in there a little bit more. Maybe put some tissue paper in there. I got a lot in my pocket because it's allergy season out here. Let's see if I can wedge some tissue in there to stop that from happening again. Use my key. Tear off any excess. Shaking it. Okay, let's see if that prevents that from happening again. And there we go. Let me rebind it too. With that tissue paper in there. I want to rebind it real quick. Unplug. Turn off the transmitter. Replugging. There we go. So again, that's a quick fix to it. Put a little bit of tissue paper or foam. Okay, let me go to beginner. We're going to fly beginner now because, well, no, I'm going back to extreme. That was fun. Let's see if that tissue paper holds the battery in. Wow. I've never seen anything turn like that. You got to be gentle with the controls with a stick, an expert, because it pulls some extreme G's. The extreme G machine. And it accelerates like a rocket. 3015. I know a lot of people are going to be complaining. They're going to be going, oh, this thing's doing those flips. But remember to make sure that battery doesn't jiggle, and it should be fine. But with that in mind, this is one of the few times I say this might not be for beginners. Because I'm having a hard time holding on to the pants of this thing. It is zipping, zipping, zipping. Wow. Look at that. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this one. Oh, did I do a flip? A manual flip? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. And there goes the battery. Just when I discovered that you can probably do manual flips with this thing, or manual rolls. I just did a steep bank like that, then pulled back on that stick, and that thing just rolled. I think it rolled. I'm going to look at that in slow motion. Anyways, I'm out of battery now. Darn it. So we'll try that again. We're going to go in investigating rolls and flips in this in future videos here. Manual rolls and flips. I think this can do it. Okay, this is again the Juncheng 3015, one of the most badass micros I've ever seen. There are quality control issues though, you know, particularly this battery jiggles in there and that causes the flip, but this thing is sensitive to doing rapid turns and rapid rolls. And I think you can actually do manual acrobatics with this quadcopter. We're going to investigate that in further videos. Until then, Quadcopter 101, I hope you enjoyed this review. I sure enjoyed this flight. Quadcopter 101, signing out.